Hello everyone, this is Chris Kildegard from learnhowtoprogramperl.info, and this is lesson 2. So I have a little stopwatch here, and I'm going to try to keep each part of this to 5 minutes or less, just so it doesn't drag on like crazy, and so that my video editor doesn't get annoyed with me. Okay. So, today I want to talk about a few things. First, we're going to create a very simple calculator program. Secondly, we'll talk about variable scope, subroutines, and code blocks. And third is a more complex calculator. Okay? So, on our first little exercise here, we're going to make a program that will add two numbers from the user and display the answer. Alright, so there's a couple ways we can do this. One of them involves two variables, the other involves three. Let's do a two variable way first. So we need the first number, obviously. So we're going to say print, what is the first number? My num1 equals readline stdin semicolon, and we'll chomp that. Same thing for the second number. Whoops. Okay. So now we're going to say what the answer is. And what we're going to do is put a comma there so that it prints more than one thing. And we'll do num1 plus num2. Okay. So, go ahead and run this. What is the first number? 5. What is the second number? 10. The answer is 15. We need a new line here. There you go. Now you might be wondering why we didn't quote this. Well, I'll show you. If we surround num1 plus num2 in quotes, it will do this. And the reason being is a double-quoted string says print these variables exactly as they are. It doesn't know to actually do the math operation there. We can also use a single quote in Perl. The difference there is it interprets the variable names literally and doesn't actually print what the variable is. So that's the deal there. Get this back to the right way. There we go. Okay, the other way we can do this is have a variable that holds the answer. We'll say my ans equals num1 plus num2. And we can say print the answer is ans. Do it again. 25 and 5, the answer is 30. It works exactly as we would expect. So hopefully that was clear for you, and if not, let me know in the comments and I'll clear it up. You can also, of course, take a look at the text version of this lesson on learnhowtoprogramperl.info. The link will be in the description. Okay, so the next thing we are going to do is talk about variable scope, code blocks, and subroutines. So, first thing we need to understand is what a code block is. You might recognize this construction from last lesson. So, and this isn't going to work right now, but let's say we had x is less than 0, print x, right? So this actually includes a code block. Anything between these two brackets, these curly brackets here, is considered a code block, and it's just a way to separate out one or more lines of code. And we can have as much as we want in here, right? So all it's doing is, in this case, if this condition is met, execute everything in here. And there are other constructions that use this as well. So that's what a code block is. A subroutine is a code block with a name. So let's say we want to I don't know, say sub hello. Yeah. And in here it says print hello world. Okay, so basically this is kind of like a program in a program. We can run it from anywhere in here. And to do that, we do ampersand hello, just like that. And I'll go ahead and run this. Wow. Okay. It doesn't matter where I put this. It can be down on line 26. It still works. Alright. So that's what a subroutine is, essentially. It's just a code block with a name. We have a command to call it, and when we do so, it executes whatever is in there. Variable scope refers to where in a program a variable is valid. So, let's say we have this. The rule is that a variable, in this context, this is called lexical scope, the variable scope we're using. You can tell that by my. So the variable is valid in the block it's declared, and in any block below it, but not a separate, distinct block. So let me explain what I mean. We'll just do this with print statements. Okay. Okay, so I've got a block there. I'll even nest another one inside. Okay, now in here, we'll do this. And if you're not following along, that's okay. I'm going to explain. This doesn't mean much at the moment. Okay. Now, it's giving me some error messages here. I'll comment these, and then it should work. Yeah. Okay. 22. What? Oh, it doesn't like the brackets, I think. Yeah. Okay. So, this print statement works, this print statement works, this print statement works, and this print statement works. The reason is they're all in a block that is either the block that the variable is declared in, or the block below it. A block below it. Any block below it. Okay. And you can tell below or above by my indentations. Yeah? So, this is indented, it's lower than this. Now, when I put this in, oops, I need those brackets again. When I put this in, it doesn't work because this is in a separate, distinct block from where the variable is declared, and it doesn't actually know that it's there. So that is how that works, and hopefully that made sense to you. It will probably make more sense as we continue on. Okay, so there's one more thing that I want to do, and that is making a more complex calculator program that can do more operations. We're going to be able to add, subtract, multiply, and divide. So we'll do the normal use strict and use warnings. Now, we're going to use subroutines to direct the user to where they want to be. Save this. Okay, so I'm going to say 1 is add, 2 is subtract, 3 is multiply, 4 is divide, and 5 is exit. Okay, now in here, actually first of all, let's declare some variables up here. Num2, I'm going to do answer, alright. Now we'll say, what is your choice? And we're going to take this as input from the user so they can enter a number. And we'll just do some if statements. And this will be a subroutine for add. We can copy and paste this a few times. That'll be else if. And this one, we're just going to say that's 5. For the exit option, it's going to say print goodbye, come again soon. And then it'll exit. Alright, so we need an add subroutine. And what we can actually do is copy and paste this, and with a modification or two, it will do what we want. Okay. So what we want to do is take out the my's, because these variables have been declared here. Indent, so that we know where things are and it's nice and readable. Sorry about that. Take out that my, and print the answer. Now that we have that done, we can reuse all of the code in here. All we have to do is change the name of each subroutine and the operation to go with it. Okay. Now, should... Okay, we have a syntax error at line 38. Let's check it out. Okay, case of the missing semicolon, as is quite normal. Ah, okay. I made a little doozy here, and you might have guessed it, I didn't call that subroutine. There, now the menu subroutine is called. And at the end of each one of these, if we want, we can call menu again. And that way, the user will always be taken back to the menu at the end of their operation. And there's actually a better way to do that, but we'll get to that in the next lesson. Alright. There we go. So let's say we want to add 5 plus 5. The answer is 10. Okay, subtract. 5 minus 1 is indeed 4. Then we'll multiply. 5 times 6, that is 30, yes. Divide. 7 over 1 is 7. And the exit command. So, that is how we make a more complex calculator that can do more operations. Hopefully you've enjoyed this lesson on programming Perl, and I will see you again soon. Don't forget to check out learnhowtoprogramperl.info. Thanks. Bye.